Hi, you guys. I am back. This is part two of the Epiphany Experience. Thank you all for watching my first video. That was hard for me, but I did it. Yay! So since then, I got some inboxes, and I welcome questions and suggestions and things like that. Before we get started, if you notice, I'm at work. Yeah. A lot of my videos will probably be from me being at one of my jobs because that's what I do most of the time is work. So never mind that. I'm still gonna speak the truth. Um, I got some inboxes and people were asking me how do I deal with how did I deal with the depression after I lost my husband. So I'm back on to talk about that and to give you guys some insight on what happened um, with that. So, how did I deal with the depression? Excuse me, my nose kind of stopped up. Um, it was hard. It was extremely hard. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't do anything but pray. God brought me out. I'm just going to be honest about it. All the medication I took, all that stuff, that only numbed me to where I stayed sleepy. It relaxed me to where I could get good sleep because I was so depressed and my anxiety, which caused insomnia. So I used to never sleep. So all the medication did was dope me up really um, to where I could cope. Because I remember when I was taking those pills, the feeling that came over me was like, oh, okay, now I can deal with life. Because I don't care what comes my way. It's not gonna bother me because I feel that euphoric feeling that I had that made me not care about anything or anyone. I was just happy and I was chill. I was laid back, and that's all it did was suppress the reasons for me being depressed. Um, it wasn't until I actually had to wholeheartedly and sincerely pray and ask God to help heal me because I didn't know what to do. I knew it was a problem when I started doing drugs and I didn't know how to stop and I didn't even know what I was doing them for. I just knew that they helped me feel better. But dealing with depression in relationships um, was really hard. I was depressed before he died because I had to do everything. I had to do everything. Um, my husband, at one point in time, couldn't do anything for himself. He couldn't wipe his own behind. Um, like I said in my first video, some of the things we take for granted. Um, he couldn't feed himself. He could barely see. He could not talk. He could not walk. He couldn't do any of those things that he was used to doing all his life. All of a sudden, he couldn't do them no more. And he needed somebody to take care of him that would do it right and sincerely and with love. And that was me. And I wouldn't let them send him turn us home. I was like, no way, because I felt like had that happened, he would have given up, and I didn't want him to give up. I want him to fight. So I took it upon myself, and also because I know he would have done the same for me, and I took care of him. And that's when I became depressed because I had the whole weight of the world on my shoulder. Not only did I have to deal with what I had to do for him, but I still had 3 kids, still had a household, still had bills. Keep in mind, I had to quit working because it's a 24-hour job, 7-day a week job to take care of him. So I dropped everything. I was in college, all that. I just said, forget it, because I needed to be there for him. I was fighting for him. And I became depressed because I lost myself in doing all that. And I couldn't even recognize me no more. You talking about somebody losing weight. All this weight you see on me now, I lost a lot of weight because I was suffering. I wasn't eating. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't care. I just wanted to get him better. But I lost myself in trying to help him. And I was majorly depressed. Um, I did a lot of things to try to cover up me being depressed. None of them worked. Um, but I came through when I asked God for help and I gave it to him. I had to give it to him. And that was not easy for me to do because I'm used to handling my own everything. So for me to have to give something up um, and say, okay, I get it to you, you're in full control, that was hard for me. Um, and to be honest, it's still hard for me right now today because um, I'm used to doing for me, taking care of me. Um, I'm used to nobody having control over my life but me, but it was the wrong way to go. You know, I had to realize that God is in control, and without Him, nothing's possible anyway. So, I just let it go and let God, and He began to do it. And I was fighting. I was fighting it. I was fighting it because I was scared. I was like, okay, Lord God, you're showing me this, you're showing me that. But what if it don't go this way? What if this happens? What if that happens? Um, I was living in fear, false evidence appearing real. I was living in that on a daily basis because I had relinquished control over my life over to God. And I was like, okay, now what's gonna happen? I was trying to understand, I was trying to fathom what he was about to do, but I can't lean to my own understanding. And then, and only then, is when I began to overcome depression. Now, do I still deal with that? Yeah, I have to fight it on a daily basis because just because you deliver from something doesn't mean that it won't try to show its ugly head again. It will, because the enemy wants you to fall back into that trap. I'm telling you, it will keep showing up. You just have to stay armored, stay ready to fight it. Like I said before, if you know the signs, then you're ready, you're equipped, you're ready, and you're on. So you can go ahead and check that before it gets out of control. Um, so that's how I dealt with that. And I had another question. I'm trying to remember something about have I, have I ever been depressed in a relationship? I guess besides my husband, I'm not sure, but yes, I have, and um, it was hard for me to realize that was what was going on. Um, I was depressed in other relationships because um, it started early in life though with me and men. Um, I would fall quick, to their words and what they say. Baby, I love you. I want to be with you. This and that, this and that. All you have to do was tell me that, and yay, and I will melt. And I would fall in their arms, and I'd take on the role that I had no business taking on in the first place, which was wifey. I had no ring on this hand, but I played that role because I was looking for somebody to be a provider for me, for somebody to be a protector, for someone to be right there by my side, for somebody to help lead me in life. And when I when I thought I found those things and I was in those relationships, and I realized that, hey, no, this is not what it's supposed to be like. And then I would get upset because I'm like, okay, I'm doing all these things you want me to do. You know, I'm there for you. I'm providing for you. I'm your shoulder. When you need me, I'm there. I'm laying up with you. All that stuff. I'm giving you my cookies. You know, and to still feel alone, that was very depressing. Um, And I started sliding back into the depression with a couple of relationships that I was in, or situationships. That's what I'm gonna call them. In a couple of situationships I was in, because that's what it was. Because if you're in a relationship, it's give and take. Not one person just give, and the other person take. And that's what I was dealing with. And it took me to realize that I'm looking for that protector and that provider and that leader in these men out here, because I did not experience that growing up. Yeah, I didn't have a father. My father wasn't there. He's alive and well, but he just wasn't in my life. Um, and I had forgiven him for that. You know, I'm grown, I'm overgrown. I forgave him for that. But it did affect my relationships with men, because I figured, hey, this man told me he loved me, so he must be that provider, or that leader that I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for somebody to hold me tight and never let go. Something that your dad is supposed to show you when you're growing up. It's supposed to show you what a man is supposed to do, how a man is supposed to provide. Your dad is supposed to protect you. My dad didn't protect me. Um, you know, so I was looking for that. I never had a protector. You know, I was raped and beaten, you know, and everything, and I had nobody there to protect me. So as I got older, I looked for that in men. And so if you gave me the smallest inkling of being one of those things that I needed, that was it for me. I fell head over heels, when in actuality, you know, the guy was like, nah, you know, she's giving it to me, so why not take it? You know, the old saying, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Baby, I was giving away all my milk, every bit of it. I was giving it away. I'm telling you, I was. And they was taken and didn't have a problem with it. And then when the situationships were done, and I would be like, well, you used me, or, well, you lied to me, and I was hurt. Then it took me to think, and I was like, okay, hmm, I allowed him to do it. So why am I mad when he did what anybody else would do? If somebody's giving you, instead of giving you something, you're gonna take it, you know. And I had one of them say something to me that was hilarious. It's hilarious now. It wasn't then. It confused me then. Um, I asked one of the people I was in a situationship with, and I said, why were you instead of taking from me when you already knew how I felt about you? I put it out there every time, you know, how I felt about you, and you instead of kept taking and taking and taking and taking. You never said anything different. And you know what he had the nerve to say to me? He said that he kept doing it because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. Yeah, um, that confused me so much that I sank a little bit further down in depression, because I was like, hold on. Not only is he using me, but now he think I'm dumb, because that didn't make no sense. So I was just thinking, and one day I said, let me call a man, you know, that I know will tell me the truth, and ask him what the world did that mean. And so I called him and asked him, and he said, baby girl, he just running game on you. That's just another tactic he using, because he know he can say certain things and you gonna drop everything, and you're gonna do what he says. He know he got you. So he's gonna say what it takes to keep you. Makes sense, you know. So once again, you know, once he said that to me, I slid down into depression a little further. Why was I steady getting depressed? Because um, I would give, and even my body, yeah, I did that. Um, I would give, and then when it was time for me to receive, never got anything, never. Um, never kept their word, never supported me in any way, would say they were going to support me, but they never did. Um, Matter of fact, when I would leave their home, um, I wouldn't hear from them no more for a month or two. And so, oh my God, I was very much falling into a depression. Then I was all the way in there because I'm like, what's wrong with me? You know, I just spent the weekend with you, and now I don't hear anything from you. You don't text me, you don't call me, you don't give me no smoke signal, you don't do anything. You know, I don't hear from you at all until you get ready again. And it might be a month, 2 months, 3 months, then you call, and then there I go like a fool, dropping everything and running. I mean, I'm about to break my neck. Whatever I had planned, that's out the window. I didn't care because I'm like, okay, he wants me again. I feel wanted again. Let me go up here with this man that wants me, even though actuality he didn't want me. Because if a man wants you, he's gonna do what it takes to get you and keep you. He's not gonna get you for 2 days and then I talk to you for 3, 4 months and then decide to come back. No, he's doing what he does best and what you allow him to do. I was allowing it, and I didn't quite get it until I was out of it. But it would make me depressed. And so I would go over there to fill that void, to feel wanted. And so once I got that, feeling again that, that I was loved, I was wanted, I was protected. I got that feeling again. I was feeling good. And then I would leave again. And the cycle will repeat, repeat, repeat. I'm not getting healed because I'm steady going over there. I'm steady falling for it. But because I'm already broken and damaged, already, I didn't recognize that. I did not recognize it. So I'm like, okay, Lord God, help me. So I remember saying enough is enough to myself because I remember finding out that the person that I was messing around with, in the meantime, when I wasn't around, they were messing with somebody else. And so I was like, oh my God, this woman, what does she have that I don't? I'm the one been there, but she the one getting everything I was begging for. So what does she have that I don't? And so I started comparing myself. That's part of the anxiety too, because I would bite my nails and be like, okay, she make more money than me. Dog it. She look a little better than me. Wow. She has a nice car. Oh my God. She has a nice spot. Okay. She's at the top of the food chain at her job. You know, And I was like, I don't have any of those things. What can I do to get these things? Maybe if I get these things, then he'll want me. I'll feel loved and protected again. False. I had to realize no matter what I did, no matter how I tried to change for that person, he didn't want me. He didn't want me. But because of me trying to fill a void that has been open ever since I was a kid, I fell for it every time. It was not until I gave it to God and said, hey, these men that mean me no good, I need them gone. You know, I had to break the stronghold because this one right here, one of them, I had such a strong stronghold with him that somebody can mention the name and my body was shiver. That's tough. I could see him and I'd be like, oh my God, you know, that's tough. It was bad. I had to give it all to God and say, Lord, if he's not for me, please don't let him contact me no more because I can't deal with it. Because every time I deal with him, I go backwards into depression because I'm always comparing myself. And so, to answer your question, can can relationships cause you to slip into depression? Of course. You will start feeling like you're not worthy. You start feeling like you're nothing. You'll start doing things that you know you wouldn't normally do in any other relationship just to get that praise or that love or that affection from the other one who ain't studying you. Because if somebody really loves you and really wants to be with you, they will not do anything to hurt you mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Straight up. Straight up. So, with that being said, you have to watch who you get into a relationship with. My advice is wait on God. If the man wants you, he coming. If that woman wants you, she gonna prepare herself for so when you step up, she ready. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be rich, have a perfect credit score, and all that stuff in a good world. Yeah, sure. But I'm gonna tell you, my first husband, I prayed for him. Walking down the streets, I was talking to God, and I started listing specifics of what I wanted in a man. And God sent him to me the very next week. I'm telling you, he did everything I asked for. And when I met my husband, I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. I'm just telling you. So I do not believe that you have to be um, part of the rich and famous to get a husband or to get a wife. But I do believe you have to be smart about it and position yourself like Ruth did. She was working. She was busy. She got busy doing what she's supposed to do. So that's what I suggest to you all, even myself. Get busy doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know, get busy perfecting that and what you started. Get busy working on your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual well-being. Get busy, getting your body in shape. Get busy, getting that passport and traveling. Get busy working. And while you're working in your purpose, the man or woman that God has for you will show up. And they're going to show out, baby. You're going to know they're from God. I'm telling you, you're going to know it. You're not going to have to second guess because anything of God, there's no confusion. So you're not going to be, maybe, or no, or maybe, no, that's not of God because there's no confusion. You're going to know that you know that you know. And He's going to tell both of y'all. And y'all going to be in agreement. And that's going to be that. So you got to bind that up because if you sit here and you try to conform to fit the needs of the person that you're interested in, that can lead to depression. Depression is gonna lead to you doing things you have no business doing, or worse. So you be you. Don't limit yourself and don't cut yourself short. You deserve more than a booty call. You deserve more than a phone call every 6 months. You deserve more than I see you in the dark. Your body's a temple, treated as such. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say it's hard. Not hard because it is. It's very hard, especially if you've already been there and done that. So it's hard for you not to do it again. But if you pray for strength, He'll give it to you. Will those feelings come up? Of course. But you gotta know how to fight. You gotta stay armed. You gotta be ready. Because it's gonna come, and I'm telling you, as soon as you get yourself together and you start doing what you're supposed to do, your phone gonna ring. Text messages gonna start popping up. Inboxes coming in through Facebook, Instagram, DMs, whatever you call it. And it's gonna be that one person that had your heart and that you always wanted to be with. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, that's going to be a setup from the enemy himself. Because if that man or woman is supposed to be with you, what they doing over there with them? They're not here for a reason. They're not supposed to be. Let them stay where they at. Treat others how they treat you. They call you a friend, but they treat you different. It says a lot. Because love is not a noun, it's a verb. You can say you love somebody all day long, baby, but it's not until you show them that you love them that they will truly listen and see, and they'll act accordingly. It's just like, you know, like God. Not only did He tell us, but He showed us because He gave His only Son. Now, I don't know who on this earth right now will give up their only Son. Not me. I can't sit here and say that I could, because I'll be lying. But He loved us and loves us so much that He gave His only begotten Son. He did that. Not only did He say it, but He showed us action. Love is not supposed to hurt. Love is not supposed to stress you out. Love is not supposed to slip you into depression. You're not supposed to be anxious when you're in love. For what? Even the word says not to be anxious. For what? You shouldn't have those feelings. Are relationships perfect? No, never. But relationships are two imperfect people coming together to try to create something perfect. Try. I'm telling you that, you got to love yourself first. Once you start loving yourself first, you'll stop falling for this okie doke. And I'm preaching to myself because I have to stop listening to the you beautiful and you sexy and you have a beautiful smile. Tell me something that I do not know, okay? Because I know all those things. They used to would get me. But that's because I was insecure because of the love I did not get as I was growing up. But now I love myself and the skin I am in, my second chin, all this. I love all this. So I don't need a man to tell me otherwise or to validate me. Would I love one? Yes. Do I want to get married again? Of course. Am I ready? Maybe not. But I will be when it's time. So I'm just telling you guys, love on yourself. Recognize the signs. If you're steady questioning what's going on in your relationship, if you're steady questioning um, if this person loves you or not, if you find yourself doing things that you normally wouldn't do in the relationship just to appease the other one, you need to evaluate yourself, honey, because they can lead to your mind playing tricks on you. Next thing you know, you're being depressed. Then you're going to have to really fight to get out of it. And we all are winners here. If you fight for something, fight for your life, not for fake love. Love you guys. I'm about to get off of here. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions or any comments, I have several ways you can get in touch with me. You can go on Facebook to the Epiphany Experience and put your comments and questions there, and I will check them daily and answer them. Or you can also go to the Epiphany Experience email, which is your Epiphany Experience 1 at gmail.com. and leave your questions and comments. You can also comment on this video over here somewhere under the bottom or something. I'm new to this. I really don't know how it works, but I'm learning as I go. Any questions, anything, feel free. Nothing's off limit. That's what the Epiphany Experience is. It's an open forum so we can keep it real with each other and help one another as we're going through this thing we call life. And we're going to go through it and we're going to be happy and we're going to do what we're supposed to do so we can get to where we need to be together. Okay? Love you all. I got to go. Bye bye.